Tony Ju, the neon light maestro who doesn't just sell LED signs, he performs them. When his accents bounce more than his imports, his marketing looks more like an improv show than a commerce mission. We'll tear through the hype, the persona flips, the cultural missteps, and the viral strategies to see what's real and what's just Neon Kool-Aid. Buckle up, it's time for Everything Wrong with Tony Ju. Sorry to interrupt, but Tony just made a sign so bright it sent Morse code to aliens. And even they subscribed. What's holding you back? Thanks. Nepotism glow up. Surprise, surprise. Tony Ju's the CMO of his family's LC sign. Because nothing screams merit like a last name. How does a business English major become the face of a global LED brand? Ding! Spoiler, it's called nepotism. And Tony's riding it like his Tesla logo scooter. Web sources like factually.co know LC sign is family owned, and Tony's role reeks of "my dad owns the company" energy. Did he earn it, or was it handed to him like a shiny new light box? Critics argue it's the latter, and honestly, it's hard to disagree. His marketing antics, accents, controversy, viral stunts feel less like genius and more like a guy who got a free pass to play CEO on TikTok. With 1 million Instagram followers, he's got clout. But where's the proof he'd be CMO without the family connection? His authentic controversy strategy might just be a fancy way of saying, I can do whatever because it's our company. For a guy who tutored video editing before fame, the leap to global influencer feels suspiciously convenient. Tony, if you're gonna lead LC Sign, show us the resume, not just the catchphrases. Until we see evidence of hard-earned credentials, this nepotism glow-up earns a sin for making us wonder if talent or a family tree got him the gig. I show speed stunt spectacle. Lights, camera, shameless publicity. Tony Ju's I Show Speed collab in April 2025 was a masterclass in staged hype. When Tony met YouTuber Darren I Show Speed in Chongqing, as reported by pop.inquirer.net, it wasn't a heartwarming brofest. It was a calculated brand boost for LC Sign. Ding! Fans screamed epic crossover, but critics smelled a rat, calling it a blatant stunt to sling LED signs. Tony rolled up with custom Ronaldo-themed signs, pandering to Speed's fan base like a carnival barker. Social media, per TikTok posts, went wild, but the whole encounter felt like a scripted WWE match. Zero authenticity, all spectacle. Why else would Tony, a Guangzhou sign guy, just happen to bump into a streaming superstar? It's not fate, it's a marketing budget. His 1 million Instagram followers lapped it up, but the "wow, this duo we never knew we needed" comments read like paid PR. Tony's not out here making friends. He's chasing clout to move product. If you're gonna stage a viral moment, at least make it subtle, not a neon-lit billboard of desperation. This collab was less about connection and more about LC Sign's bottom line, proving Tony's a pro at turning spontaneous into sellout. Until he drops the scripted stunts for something real, this sin burns brighter than his signs. Kanye fanboy fiasco. Tony Ju picks Kanye West as his favorite artist? Yawn, talk about a controversial cliche. In his Jake and Blake live interview, as cited by Naimi Net, Tony named Kanye as his idol, raising eyebrows faster than a bad Yeezy drop. Ding, Kanye's a walking scandal. Anti-Semitic rants, divorce drama, you name it. So why hitch your LED wagon to that train wreck? Tony's out here trying to sell signs, not rap albums. So picking a polarizing figure feels like a calculated grab for edginess. Is he a genuine fan or just chasing Kanye's infamy for clout? With 1 million Instagram followers, he could have picked anyone. Drake, BTS, literally a random busker, but no, he went for the guy whose headlines scream chaos. It's like choosing a burning dumpster as your brand ambassador. Critics on X call it a tone-deaf move, especially for a global influencer in 2025 when Kanye's baggage is heavier than a truckload of light boxes. Tony, you're not running for president of the Ye fan club. You're selling signs in Guangzhou. Stick to LEDs, not idol worship. This choice doesn't scream marketing genius. It screams, I want attention. If you're gonna stand someone, Pick an artist who doesn't make your brand look like a controversy magnet. Until then, this Kanye obsession's a sin that's offbeat and out of touch. Jake and Blake letdown. Tony Ju on Jake and Blake Live, more like a marketing snooze fest. His hyped-up interview, as noted by Net, promised juicy insights into his viral LED empire, but delivered all the depth of a kiddie pool. Ding! Fans expected a masterclass from LC Sign's CMO, but Tony served up vague platitudes and recycled catchphrases. Really, Tony? You had a platform to spill the tea on your TikTok takeover, and you gave us "What's up, homie?" instead? Web reports highlight his 1 million followers, so you'd think he'd drop some actual strategy. Maybe how he turned a family business into a global meme. No. It's like he forgot how to talk without a script or an accent. Viewers on X groaned, hoping for marketing gold, but getting a rehash of his Instagram reels. Tony, if you're gonna bore us, at least make it quick. The interview was a chance to prove he's more than a loudmouth with a lightbox, but he fumbled it harder than a bad sales pitch. For a guy who thrives on viral energy, this was a flat line. Jake and Blake gave him the stage, and Tony brought a nap. Until he learns to deliver substance over shtick, this sends a dull glow in his otherwise flashy career. Joy selling sham. Tony Ju's selling joy claim? More like selling snake oil with extra sparkles. He insists LC Sign's LED signs bring happiness, as per Jungle Communications, but critics call it a hollow ploy to hide his profit-chasing heart. Ding! Joy? Really? These are signs, Tony, not therapy sessions. His 1 million Instagram followers might swoon over the warm fuzzies, but ex-skeptics see through the glittery facade. It's all about the cash. Tony's out here acting like his lightboxes cure sadness, but let's be real. They light up rooms, not souls. Web reports praise his playful marketing, but claiming joy feels like a used car salesman promising eternal youth. If you're gonna slap a feel-good label on a product, at least make it believable. His fans buy signs just to support him, per TikTok comments, which is sweet but smells like exploitation. Tony's not running a charity, he's running a business, and those LEDs aren't cheap. This joy narrative's so flimsy it could flicker out in a breeze. For a business English major, you'd think he'd craft a less cheesy pitch. Instead, he's leaning into this Hallmark card nonsense to mask the hustle. Until he admits it's about profits, not puppies and rainbows vibes, this sends a glowing example of marketing gone mushy. Fanboy cash grab. Oh, Tony Ju, turning fans into walking a TMS for LC Sign's glowy rectangles. Some devotees per web reports like The Beat Asia buy his LED signs not because they need them, but to cheer on their favorite internet clown. Ding, it's less supporting a creator and more Tony exploiting loyalty like a shady televangelist. Fans are dropping cash on signs they'll never use, just to fuel his 1 million Instagram follower ego. Ethical? No. It's like selling overpriced merch to hypebeasts, except it's neon panels instead of hoodies. Tony's "What's up, homie?" charm convinces fans to open their wallets, but this feels like a cult of personality, not a business transaction. Why not sell something practical, like a light bulb that doesn't cost a kidney? His TikTok skits are fun, sure, but manipulating fans into impulse buys raises red flags. Is he a marketer or a con artist with better lighting? The line's blurry, and Tony's skating on it with a grin. This isn't fandom, it's financial Stockholm Syndrome. If you're gonna milk your homies, at least throw in a free sticker, Tony. Until he stops preying on blind loyalty, this sin's brighter than his entire showroom. Accent appropriation antics. Tony Ju's accent imitations are a cultural tightrope walk gone wrong. Inspired loosely by comedians like Russell Peters and Trevor Noah, per YouTube analyses, his dialect dabbling, Appalachian, British, you name it, teeters between humor and insensitivity. Ding, mimicking accents to sell LED signs might get laughs, but it's a risky game that can alienate audiences. Web reports like Radii.co praise his multicultural chameleon vibe. But critics on X call it appropriation dressed up as comedy. Tony's not a stand-up pro. He's a sign guy stepping on cultural toes. His Elomate British bit, more cringe than clever, like a bad pub impersonator. Unlike Peters or Noah, who weave cultural commentary with wit, Tony's accents feel like cheap props for viral clout. Is he celebrating diversity or mocking it? The line's fuzzier than his LED glow. With 1 million followers, he's got a global stage, so why not use it responsibly instead of playing stereotype roulette? Fans might giggle, but others see a salesman trivializing identities for profit. Tony, leave the accents to comedians who know the craft. This appropriation misstep earns a sin for turning cultural flair into a marketing flop. Tony overshadowing brand. Move over, LC sign. Tony Ju's ego is the real star of this neon show. His larger-than-life persona per CGTN dominates so much that the actual signage business feels like an afterthought. Ding. With 1 million Instagram followers, Tony's "What's up, homie?" shtick overshadows the LED products he's supposed to sell. It's not LC Sign's logo going viral, it's Tony's face, accents, and catchphrases. Web reports call him the face of the company, but he's more like the entire billboard, leaving the brand in his shadow. Customers aren't buying signs, they're buying Tony's vibe. That's great for his ego, but what about the business? Is LC Sign a company or a Tony Ju fan club? His family must love the buzz, but when your CMO's personal brand outshines the product, you've got a problem. Imagine trying to sell signs at a trade show, and everyone's just asking for Tony selfies. This isn't marketing, it's a one-man reality show. Tony, dial back the spotlight so the signs can shine. Until he lets LC Sign take center stage, this sin's a glaring case of brand identity theft. Mystery revenue. Hype. Tony Ju's bragging about LC Sign's revenue surge. But where's the receipts? Reports, like those from Jungle Communications, claim overseas sales jumped from $5,000 to $100,000 a month, yet details on profits or sustainability are as elusive as Tony's real accent. Ding. Sounds impressive, right? Except it's all hype, no substance. Is that $100,000 pure profit or just gross sales before shipping costs eat it alive? Tony's not telling, and that's a problem. With 1 million Instagram followers, he loves flaunting big numbers, but without metrics like margins or repeat customers, it's just hot air. Web sources praise his global reach, but skeptics on X want hard data, not vague flexes. Is LC Sign a thriving empire or a flash in the pan fueled by viral stunts? Tony's too busy with show speed collabs to clarify. For a business English major, you'd think he'd know how to break down a balance sheet. Instead, he's selling dreams of growth while dodging the fine print. If you're gonna boast about cash flow, Tony, show us the numbers, or at least a pie chart. This opaque revenue hype earns a sin for leaving us in the dark about LC Sign's actual success. And there you have it. Despite all the chaos, we like Tony Ju because his wild energy keeps the LED world way more entertaining than it has any right to be. What do you think of Tony Ju? And let me know down below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.